One must make reservations at the Towering Oaks Hotel dining room. It's one of the few truly elegant establishments left in New Orleans. Thanks to me, I own the hotel and I insist it maintains certain standards. Now, Ben, I have arranged for us to have a beverage table so we won't be disturbed. Please serve the drinks.
Of course, Magnolia.
All of you be seated. Now, when Louisiana arrives, he'll want an orange blossom, and I'll have the same. Tell Ben what you all want to drink.
Oh, I'll have a mint julep. I'm partial to sweet substances.
Rum and Coke?
Just a Coke.
I'll have a gin and tonic, but I'm kind of not partial to tonic.
A martini. Onion, not olive.
And I will have a Dr. Pepper.
You know, it was so kind of you, Grandmere, to invite us all here. You know, so kind and thoughtful and generous.
Did you ever notice that when Cousin Magnolia describes something, she never uses less than 3 adjectives?
Yeah.
Kindness had nothing to do with it. I needed to see all of you ungrateful offspring. I didn't want to.
Well, the feeling is mutual, Grandmother Magnolia.
Speak for yourself, Noli. I came because I wanted to see my dear, darling grandmother again after so many years in New York.
If that's an example of your acting ability, no wonder your Broadway career went belly up.
Well,
I don't get it. What does she mean?
Oh, Cousin Noli was being mean and cruel and
Give her a second.
hateful.
And heartless.
Yeah, bingo. Heartless. Heartless. I used to have a heart once till someone interfered in my life and broke my heart. Isn't that right, Grandmother Magnolia?
if you are referring to your relationship with that John Layhew, that wasn't love, it was animal attraction.
Oh, what do you know about either? You ruined my life and you owe me for that.
I owe you? And what exactly do I owe you?
You owe me enough money so that I could restore Cypress Acres. The sheriff is trying to throw me off of my property for back taxes.
Well, since the subject has come up, Grandmere, I'm kind of in a slight financial bind myself. I know it's not polite to speak of filthy lucre at the dinner table. I'm kind of in need of
Well, forget about this Luke guy. What about me? I need some money for some acting lessons.
Yeah, Granny Mag, we'll need the money more than these guys do. You should see that shack we live in out on Tobacco Road.
Now, listen, grandmother, they're all asking for handouts. What I need from you is just an investment. If you were to back my next Broadway production, the return can make you a fortune.
I already have a fortune, as all of you are quite well aware. You're only here tonight to find out what I plan to do with it. I'm sure Ben made it clear to you that you are all invited to discuss my will.
Well, unless you plan on dropping dead on the spot, your money won't help me, even if I am an heir. The only thing I want is to save Cypress Acres, and in a few days it's just gonna be too late.
First of all, I do not plan on meeting my maker tonight. He'll have to wait. I went to see Dr. Stewart and he told me last week that my heart is as sound as a 60-year-old's. A healthy 60-year-old, I might add. I'm sure you'll all be dismayed to learn. My other organs are functioning equally well. Matter of fact, Dr. Stewart said I could easily live to be 100. Oh. Do try to contain your joy at that news. Of course, you should be glad. Some of you might have been lucky enough to inherit my genes.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Being old and rich is one thing. Who wants to be old and poor?
Well, better than being old, poor, and stupid.
Who you call stupid?
Well, have you ever heard of Einstein wrestling an alligator?
Who's this Einstein guy? Is he my competition?
See my point?
Oh, don't quarrel. I can't stand it when people quarrel. Oh, my nerves are already worn to a frazzle, and my constitution is so delicate. Oh, I haven't been at all well, not since that terrible incident suddenly last summer.
Magnolia, straight up.
If anybody comes looking for Cousin Magnolia, just tell them she went round the bend. Now, this meeting wasn't really necessary. We all know that Grandmother's going to leave everything she has to the one relative she cares anything about, Uncle Lou.
Well, I agree, Maggie. He's the only one of the Capote clan that is mentioned in Grandmother Magnolia's will. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yes, as a matter of fact, if I knew, I would not tell you. Professional ethics, you understand. But as a matter of fact, I actually don't know.
You don't? Well, didn't you write up Grandmare's will?
Well, naturally. But when Magnolia had me write up her will, she left the page with her heirs blank. And she filled them in, or him or her in, from across the room. When she brought it back, I witnessed her sign the last page. I actually never saw who he or she was.
Amusing. Listening to you vultures disgust me as if I were already in my crypt.
Well, why all the secrecy, Grandmother? Surely you trust Ben.
Trust Ben? Don't be ridiculous. He's as avaricious as the rest of you.
What does avaricious mean?
It means greedy, Willow.
Oh, Granny Mag, don't call me that. You know I don't like that name. I don't know why Mama named me Willow.
Huh. She should have named you Spyless.
I thought you thought he was sapless.
Yeah, sapless. Yeah, you don't have any sap in you at all.
May I interject a word, Magnolia? I believe you have talked about me too harshly.
Now, Ben, I have paid you handsomely over the years for your services.
My exclusive services.
That is true. However, if I decide you should be one of my heirs, I may have already bequested you a legacy. However, I could always change my mind and add or delete any name I choose to that list. In fact, I'm considering doing just that. That's why I've asked you all here. We are going to discuss my will. Lou is late. Now, Lou is late as usual, but we'll have to go on without him. I'm sure all of them are beginning to get hungry.
What? Those people out there? What do they have to do with us?
Oh, a great deal.
Oh, really?
The first stipulation of my will is that I want to see if you have the ability to have an honest day's work.
And leaves you out.
I've already informed Andre, the maitre d', that you will be serving the guests their dinner tonight.
What?
Us? You want us to serve?
Dinner?
Like common waiters?
Well, Magnolia, I think that is a fantastic idea.
Yeah, of course you do.
I'm glad you find my stipulation so amusing, Ben.
As a matter of fact, Maggie, maybe you could consider it some acting lessons for your career.
Huh. You can consider it on-the-job training for your next career. We all can.
Well, leave it to Nolan to see.
Leave it to Noli to see the practicality of the matter.
Well, since you find my stipulations so amusing, I suggest you find a pad and pencil and start taking orders.
What, me?
Yeah, the shoe's on the other foot, isn't it now, huh? Pinches a little, don't it?
But Magnolia, I already work for a living.
Well, as do I. Do you think acting is easy?
When you try it, it's non-existent. And Stump, who said being easy was easy?
Hey, I have a job. I make phone solicitations.
Why does that not surprise me?
Well, modeling is an exhausting occupation.
Yeah, I heard all about your involvement with that photographer.
Oh, those were lies. Vicious, nasty, hateful lies.
Oh, as opposed to the sweet, wonderful, loving lies?
I wrestle alligators.
Hush up, all of you.
Yes. Hush, hush, sweet starlet.
Oh, don't you sweet starlet me. I am a full-blown star and you know it.
I said be quiet.
I said be quiet. Now then,
None of you have experienced.
none of you have experienced the rewards of having done hard physical labor. My husband, Robert Lee, God rest his soul, made our fortune with the sweat of his brow. If any of you wish to inherit any of our money, my money, you can do no less.
What about Uncle Lou? He hadn't exactly dug ditches for a living.
Well, you're quite right, Will. Now, while Louisiana has led a sheltered existence, and I've begun to think maybe I've done the boy a disservice by pampering him too much. Lou, too, will be expected to join you.
I don't believe it. Lou's gonna have a hissy
Oh,
fit.
yes, he will.
Let's go on to someone else.
And also, there will be someone else joining us.
Oh?
All right! Where is that hungry old hermit?
Over here, Sheriff Watkins.
You witch! You told the sheriff I'd be here tonight?
Indeed I did. Sheriff, this is my granddaughter, Magnolia Frost. I understand you wish to see her?
I sure do, that dang woman. She barricaded herself in that Cypress Acres mansion that's crumbling down and wouldn't let me even come in and serve her notice.
She even took a pot shot.
That's right. You know what she did last week? She took a pot shot at me as I was driving up the drive.
Well, if I'd have been aiming, I certainly would have hit you. I was just protecting my property.
Well, it ain't gonna be your property long. I'm serving you notice. You either pay your taxes or be off that land by midnight tomorrow.
Well, thanks for nothing. You know what, Sheriff? I bet you take your police car and you swerve it in the middle of the road to hit all them polecats. Takes one to know one. And as for you, I hate you. You could have saved my home and you didn't. You didn't lift a finger to save my house.
There is a chance, a slim chance, that you could still save your moldering old mansion. Though heaven knows why you'd want to.
What do you mean?
If I deem you worthy to inherit any of my money, you might be able to receive a portion of it early. Possibly even tonight.
What? Tonight?
That's very
For everybody?
Well, that goes to the rest of you. All of you might be considered for an early portion of your inheritance if I deem you worthy. Now, as I've explained, when you go out this evening, and I'm gonna observe how you wait those tables. That will show me the ability that you have to work.
Why the sudden change of heart, Magnolia?
Oh, I have been estranged from my family for many years. If any of them have developed any redeeming qualities, I feel like it's only fair for them to be able to have the opportunity to display them.
What kind of qualities, Grandmere?
Well, as I've explained, first the ability to work. And I will observe you as you are serving the guests this evening. It will also require your ability to think.
Are your waiters tonight? Waiters?
Waiters? You want this crew to wait on the dinner guest?
I do. And I expect you to join them, Sheriff.
Me? Well, why in tarnation would I do that?
You've always expected my financial assistance to help you with your election campaigns, and I've been very generous, haven't I?
Yes, but,
And you'll be looking for some more financial assistance in the future, won't you?
you sure will.
Well, then I expect you to help. You and Ben are going to assist my relatives.
But anything you say, Miss Capote.
I thought you'd see things my way.
You said there's more to this than just lowering ourselves to waiting tables?
There is, as I said, that will show me your ability to work. You must also prove your ability to think. Now, I've devised an amusing little puzzle that you must solve if any of you wish to be considered as one of my inheritors.
Sorry, Will.
Am I expected?
I ain't
See you
going nowhere.
later, Will. We'll let you know how it goes.
I ain't going nowhere, Cousin Noli.
Well, am I expected to solve the puzzle too?
You are, since you and Ben also would like to participate in being one of my heirs, then you too are expected to help solve the puzzle.
Oh, that's a bunch of hogwashing. Sure, why not? I'm a good sport.
We shall see.
Well, this here puzzle thing's got me worried.
Yeah, it should.
It should. Well, you gotta think about it.
Well, now, as I said, I've devised this puzzle, and when the dinner tables were set this evening, I shooed the hotel staff out and hid a copy of my will, as it stands now, somewhere on the premises. Now, there are hints or clues, if you prefer, to help you find the will. And they also have been hidden somewhere in the kitchen and dining areas. If any of you are able to decipher my puzzle, you will be entitled to additional money that will be paid to you upon finding the will.
And that includes myself and AJ over there?
It does. I will advance you a portion of your proceeds if you are able to decipher my will.
A portion?
Portion?
What do you mean by a portion?
What kind?
$100,000.
$100,000.
And I have it right here. $100,000 bills. Now, I'm going to give this to Terry, the hotel manager, and tell him that he should exchange this for the copy of my will if anyone is able to find it. I suggest you begin your evening's work.
And that includes me and AJ, just making sure.
It does.
What about Uncle Lou? He doesn't need the money like you do.
Oh, well, Louisiana has been after me to help him buy a derelict old publishing company. And I feel that that would be a chancy investment, even though he wants it so that he can publish his literary works himself. Now, while his books and poems are wonderful, their sales have been less than encouraging. And I feel that buying this publishing company would be a chancy investment, so I told him no. If he is able to solve the money and he wins the $100,000, then he will have the means to enter into the publishing business. Now, I must go ahead and find Terry so I can give him this money to be ready. Good luck, you all.
Oh, I don't want to look, Tina. What you mean by good luck? I don't think she's gonna do it.
Okay, settle down, settle down. Shut up!
What?
Now I can hear myself think.
Ha! If anybody hears the sound of a garbage truck driving its gears around, it'll be the sheriff coming up with an idea.
Watch it, lady.
So let's have a talk.
Maggie, may I have a word with you?
Well, of course, Ben.
Let's go over here.
Magnolia, I need to ask you something.
You know that's a real drink, right? I suppose I was supposed to go there? Just downstairs.
All right, I'll be waiting.
What's the matter? I got BO or something?
Well, isn't this just a fine how do you do?
It's about time you showed up. Late as usual.
Yes, I ran into Mother in the lobby, figuratively speaking, of course. She told me about this ridiculous little treasure hunt. I told her it was a totally asinine idea, but she insisted I participate. What is she gonna expect us to do next, I wonder? Wash the dishes?
Well, there won't be any dishes to wash if we don't get them served. As Tommy Toon once said to our company, let's get this show on the road. Buffet's open, everybody.
Yeah, just step right up.
Don't be shy now. So should you?
I just cannot get enough of this Dr. Pepper.
Where's your spot? Of course, right next to Grandmother.
I've got to go.
Camden's in mafia wearing chicken. Fried chicken, pork and beans. Is this potato salad or egg salad?
Michael, it was just ghastly. Just terrible. Why, I thought I would just take it. For a minute, I thought I was just going to take that advice of your song and just beat it. Just moonwalk right on out of here. But I can't. I don't have millions of dollars stashed back like you do. I need Mother's help to buy this gorgeous little publishing company I have. Why, if one of my nutty nieces or that nephew gets that $100,000, I'll faint. I'll just topple over like a redwood. Oh, you're right. I am smarter than all the rest of them put together. Yes, I'll just have to solve the whole thing first and get all that money. But you know what? You are such a fine source of advice. You're so mature, Michael. Well, until next time, dear boy.
Uncle Lou, I was hoping to have a word alone with you.
Magpie, have we sunk so low to become a lackey and a scullery maid?
Scullery maid, that is a good idea. You know, I am making the most of the situation by pretending I am just playing a part. I did try that Brooklyn waitress approach for a moment, but no, that didn't feel right. But maybe a scullery maid with a Cockney accent. Maybe that would be better. Thank you, Uncle Lou.
Well, I was being facetious. You know, I just can't stand this public humiliation. I shall never forgive Mother. Subjected us to this public humiliation. She has not treated me the same since I took Magnolia to Buenos Aires with me last summer instead of her. And then there was that, incident last summer.
Oh, I know. Now, look, Lou, what I wanted to talk to you about. It struck me that if you were to write a show, a play for me, it could be our ticket to the big time. Oh, after tonight, you might even be inspired to write a play about a lowly working girl who becomes a big star.
That's been done. It was called Mildred Pierce. Joan Crawford won an Oscar for it. And you expect me to go from a magnificent piece of work like In Cold Blood to In Cold Borscht? Think again, dear heart.
I should have known that you would refuse me. You are just like your mother. You are selfish and self-centered. Well, when I win grandmother's 100,000, don't you come crawling to me for assistance.
That woman could give a stone statue a headache. Hello, how's my material girl doing tonight?
Come on, Stump, say yes. I'll show you the best time you ever had in your whole life.
I don't think so. Hey, do you know where Granny Mag has got to? She said she was gonna watch us serve the dinner, but I ain't seen her.
Magnolia? I believe she said she had to go upstairs for a lie down. Suppose she'll be coming down any minute.
Oh, I guess I'll listen for the click of her cane. So I want to be on my best behavior when she gets here.
Good idea.
Hey, do you know what my brother Will is? I was looking for him.
Will?
Yeah.
I suppose he's around here someplace.
Oh, I'll find him. See you later.
Clues. Let's see here. Magnolia said there would be clues. Ha! Oh,
What's the matter, Ben? Can't hold your liquor?
Magnolia, you startled me. Have you thought about the opportunity I presented to you earlier?
Well, I did think about it, but seems you made the same suggestion to Magnolia. And what about Stump and Maggie? You planning on having a little private reunion with them or what?
I guess I better check on dinner.
What a slob. Oh, what's here? Huh. Let me see. If you want to make your fortune grow, especially when you're feeling low, look up, look down, look all around. That's how my treasure will be found. Well, it ain't Shakespeare, but it's something. Let me see. Look on. Oh, you'd have to be 10 feet tall to hide something up there. I don't know where. Oh, look low. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe under here, this here table. I go look low.
Shoot, where could she have put that? Where could she have put it?
Well, Cousin Will, I thought you'd be looking for clues like the rest of us.
I have been, Cousin Magnolia, but I ain't no good at this. I wouldn't know a clue if it bit me.
Well, and I'm sure you know how it feels to get bit.
What, you mean gators? Old Gertie came close one time, taking my head off a couple times.
Well, and it sure is a pretty head, too. Here, sit down.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, I do appreciate it. I don't get that. I just don't get it at all.
Oh, well, don't give up hope, Will. Now, we all just need to extricate ourselves from the mire from which we have sunk. Now, the rest of us, it's figuratively for the rest of us, but you would be literally.
I'm not sure what you're saying right there.
Well, don't worry about it. Now, you just take your order pad. Where's your order pad? Oh, you take your order pad, and you just worry about doing a good job waiting them tables, okay? Maybe a clue will appear when you least expect it. So, hey, what's this? There's something written on the back page of your pad.
What does it say?
Well, it's a poem. If my will could speak, then it would tell that it's not in heaven nor in hell. But I swear it's hidden well, close to where the spirits dwell. Well, it's a clue.
Well, a clue, I found myself a clue.
Shh, not so loud. You want everybody else to hear you?
Sorry, I gotta go tell Stump. Maybe she can figure it out.
Well, I don't know. But I'll have to think about it.
With the spirits dwell, what could that mean?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But you better put this clue someplace safe, okay?
Okay, you're right.
You don't want to lose it. The less people who know about it, the better.
Well, thanks, Cousin Magnolia.
Oh. So they say, well, you go share your discovery with your sister now, okay? And I'll look for some more messages. You know, Will, if I don't get the money, I sure hope you and Stump get it.
Well, thank you very much, Cousin Magnolia.
Because Cousin Maggie, she don't deserve it. She's already got one fortune and lost it. You know, and Cousin Noli, well, we both know she's just a mean, spiteful old harpy who'd be better off locked away from civilization somewhere. Well, I'll be in tow later.
Being to you too. Harpy, I didn't realize she played the harp. Huh.
A harpy? Why, you two-faced little hussy. Should be locked up, should I? I'm just gonna go kill you.
Barbara, sweetie, you are such a funny girl. You just have to let me write your autobiography. Why, when I get my new publishing company up off the ground, you could be the first book off our press. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No, I didn't write the Maryland book. That was Norman Mailer, the silly twit. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah.
Well, I've been looking for you.
Here's a clue.
You found a clue?
Yeah.
Wow! Where the spirits dwell. Huh. What do you suppose that means?
I don't know what it means.
Maybe something about a graveyard.
That's done. There's no graveyards around here.
I know. I was just thinking.
Got any better ideas?
You got any better ideas?
No, I can't. I don't know. She found it. I don't know.
Who found it?
We have to study on it.
Well, let's just study on this, and maybe we can make some sense of it later.
Okay.
I'll put it here for safekeeping.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's think about it. Let's go check out. I'm gonna go check out the kitchen. You can check out that little room where they keep all the canned goods.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
So, Liza, when I decided to get into the publishing business, you were the first name I thought of. Well, to be the first book off our presses. Your autobiography, of course. Why, well, I don't have the money right now, but you see, once I take care of a couple of things, then we'll be able to get that fine little firm I found, and, well, by the time we get it up and running, I'll have your book written and it'll be ready to go right to the press. Uh-huh. Well, I'll just be devastated if you don't let me. Okay, well, we'll think about it, but you just can't get off the phone with me until you sing me a few bars of that famous song, What Good Is It Sitting in Your Room?
Excuse me there, Lulu. I need to use your cellular phone. Don't you just hate it when somebody puts you on hold and pumps a radio station in your ear?
You giant moron, that was Liza Minnelli.
I know who it was. Come to the cabaret. I seen the movie. Weird movie, if you ask me. What's the big deal?
That's my phone.
Well, I only need it for a second. I need to call into the office and tell them I'll be in later. I'll put a quarter on the table.
You great hokum Neanderthal.
I'm as American as you are. Hello, Marcelite. AJ here. Yeah, I'm down at Towering Oaks Hotel, and Miss Capote invited me for supper. Yeah, Miss Capote. Hey, I know how to act around those rich society folks. I ain't gonna eat the dessert with my finger or anything. Well, I ain't exactly eating. Well, I'll tell you later. Well, is anything going on? Hold on a second. What happened?
Some fool left this stick on the floor. I ought to sue this establishment. In fact, I just might. I gotta find Magnolia.
I'm back, Marcelite. No, just nothing serious. Ben Parker just fell on his can on a cane. Oh. Yeah, it looks kind of like a walking stick. It looks familiar. It's the handle's broken off, but it really looks like. Holy smoke! It's Miss Capote. She's been stabbed. Yeah, I meant stabbed. She's been stabbed with a stab. No, she didn't stumble in. She rolled in. No, not on skates, on a serving cart. Oh my goodness. Send an ambulance and tell the coroner to come see me and tell Booger Boyd to get his buns down here and bring a fingerprint kit. Oh. Tell everybody to come through the kitchen entrance. We'll take everybody out that way so we don't panic the dinner guest. Oh boy. Oh no. One of those prints Booger Boyd's gonna find is mine. Oh, dagnabbit. Well, and Ben Parker's too. What? Well, we didn't know it was evidence at the time. Well, at least I didn't, but maybe Ben Parker handled it so it proved his innocence or something. Well, you better get everybody down here. And, oh my goodness. Oh.
Get everybody over here. Nice talking to you. It's Granny Mag, ain't it? Well, what's that sticking out of her back?
A handle.
Huh?
It's the handle to her cane. The rest of it's right there.
Oh no. You don't think she tripped and broke her cane and accidentally stabbed herself in the back?
In the middle of her back? Only if she's Reba the Rubber Woman.
Oh, did you see her at the county fair? That woman must not have a bone in her body. She tied herself in a knot with a bow and everything. I was so impressed.
Well, now, Stump, that's an amazing story, but do you realize your grandmother's dead, that she's been murdered?
Murdered? No, I didn't think.
Oh, Grandmere! Oh, is she?
Dead as a doornail.
No! Speak to me, Grandmere!
Stop it! You're gonna make her sick!
Oh, she's not gonna make her sick, she's dead. Let go of the cart, Miss Woods. Let go of the cart. Oh, you just might have ruined the fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Yeah, the killer's prints. They were all over the handle. Of course, unless they was yours to start with.
Mine? No!
Stop! That can't be good for your vocal cords.
What is going on in here?
Grandma's dead.
Somebody killed Granny Mag!
Killed? Oh, this is a tragedy. Oh, I think I'm on...
What's all this racket?
Somebody killed Granny Mag!
Grandma's dead.
Oh, I see that. Oh, just shut up.
Oh, what happened? I must have fainted.
Well, let me give her a couple smacks, too.
Oh, you touch me, I'm gonna claw your eyes out.
Now, what's going on here?
Well, somebody killed Granny Mag!
You're
that?
beginning to be a broken record.
What's that in her back?
It's a handle.
That had to smart.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I heard a scream. What's up?
I think that's your cue, Stump.
Somebody killed Granny Mag!
Oh, dear. If any of y'all wish to confess, I'm happy to be your lawyer.
Now, just a second here, Bubba. You aren't off the hook either.
What? Me? You suspect me?
Well,
What's all the commotion?
Somebody killed Granny Mag.
Mother! My mother! Oh, mother! Oh, who could have done such a horrible thing?
Honey.
well, we was just wondering the same thing ourselves. Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Me? Why me? What? You don't think... You can't possibly think my own mother?
It's been known to happen.
Why would I?
Well, she was talking about changing the will and possibly making one of us an heir. And, well, maybe you didn't want that to happen. You didn't want to share your fortune.
Well, that's assuming that I'm the sole heir as it's written now.
Oh, now come on. She said it was locked in her safe at home, and you live there too. Do you expect us to believe that you haven't looked at it?
Yes. Well, when she made her will, she changed the combination on the safe in the wall and then never showed me the new combination. I've never seen the will.
Give us a break, Uncle Will.
Yep, I've never seen it.
Come on, Uncle Lou. None of us would have killed her. Not when she was...
Well, now, some of you might have done it out of anger and couldn't stop yourself, but you did say that some of you were in it already.
Well, if we can't get the will out of the safe, then we'll just we won't know until we get somebody from the manufacturer to open it.
Unless one of us finds it. The
Well,
copy she hid.
why should we bother searching for it now? We lost the chance of the $100,000 when she died.
Not necessarily, Noli.
Now, what do you mean, Ben? Wasn't that envelope she handed Terry the frozen as part of her estate?
Well, she did hand over the envelope to Terry. I reckon that means her deal is in full effect. So whoever finds the will still gets the $100,000.
What are we waiting for? Let's go back.
Wait. Now, I think we'd better follow the rules that Granny Mac set in place.
Like what?
Well, she stipulated that we had to serve the guests their dinner, and I think to keep it all legal that we had better do just that. Ben?
Yes, I reckon Maggie's right. We all better go serve the guests. AJ, you better handle your investigation.
Now, just a gall-darn moment here. I'm part of this group too, and Miss Capote said if I find the will, I could use the dough for my campaign. Well, Booger Boyd and the others will be here any minute, and we'll have them search the kitchen, and I'll search out here while I'm waiting tables. And then we'll take her out through the kitchen. And, yeah, you're not leaving me out of this here treasure hunt.
Well, let's get to it then.
Well, I hate to agree with Cousin Magnolia over there, but she's right. But this display would certainly quell my appetite. Ooh.
Well, I'll take her out to the kitchen and turn her over to Booger. You all get ready to serve the next course.
Let's see here. If my will could speak, then it would tell that it's not in heaven nor in hell. But I would swear it's hidden well, close to where the spirits dwell. Close to where the spirits dwell. I wonder. Spirits. Magnolia certainly is a spirit.
All right, where is it?
Where is what?
My clue.
Oh, did you finally find a clue?
Will found a clue and I was keeping it for him, and I think you stole it.
Stole it, Stump? What do you mean?
It's gone. I think you took it. I do. I mean, who else could have done it?
Well, why do you think it was me?
Because you're the one who does stuff like that.
No? Well, have you considered that we have a full house tonight? And any one of them you've spoken with could have taken it? What about that young man, Eddie, in the kitchen? I bet he's been giving you the eye all night. Did you ask him?
Eddie, I got a bone to pick with you.
Hey, Parker, I need to talk to you.
Yes, AJ?
You know Terry, the hotel manager?
Of course. Good to meet you, Terry, again.
Yeah, well, I asked him to make sure that he received Miss Capote's envelope, but I wanted to do so because if not, anyone, even one of them, could have stole the money and killed her and run off.
Good thinking, Sheriff.
Well, I didn't get the job of sheriff because of my good looks.
Could have fooled me, Sheriff.
Anyway, Terry did say that Miss Capote did give him the envelope to exchange for the will. But while they were talking, something funny come up. Terry, tell Parker about the room.
Of course, Sheriff Watkins. The carpet in her son's suite is beginning to look a bit worn, so I asked Mrs. Capote if she would like me to have it replaced. She looked puzzled and said, "Louisiana suite?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. The penthouse suite Mr. Capote uses as an office, where he can work in private. That's what the note from you that Mr. Parker gave me said it was for." She frowned again and said she'd check with you and let me know what to do about the carpet. Then she left.
Well, Parker, apparently Miss Capote didn't know that her son was using the place sometimes. Did she find you and ask you about it before she was murdered, Terry?
Ben?
I'm as baffled as you are, Sheriff. All I know is that she gave me the note when she first bought the hotel, and I was to deliver it directly to Terry. I didn't know the details, only that it was to be used exclusively for the use of Louisiana's office.
And I passed the note to Terry.
And I passed it on to Terry.
The note also stated that all expenses incurred by Mr. Capote, meals that were sent out, room service, telephone calls, and such, were to be included in the hotel's operating expense.
And I have seen the operating expenses books, and Terry has handled them just so.
I see, and so you was used to seeing Mr. Capote come and go to the penthouse.
No, sir. He came and went by the suite's private elevator down the corridor from the ones the other guests used. He always called the bell captain or the kitchen staff when he wanted anything sent up. They left whatever he ordered outside the door.
Uh-huh. And I guess it would cost anyone big bucks to stay in such of a swanky suite.
It's the finest suite in New Orleans. Before Mrs. Capote bought the hotel, we charged $1,000 a day for the penthouse.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. And Miss Capote didn't know that her son had reserved the room for himself.
She didn't seem to.
I see. let's see. Well, okay, there's my. Well, Parker.
Well, Sheriff Watkins, I don't know much about it. Perhaps you better ask Louisiana himself.
Well, you bet your bippy I'm going to ask him just right after I look at the hotel books. Terry, you do keep a copy of them, don't you?
Naturally. I'll be happy to show them to you, Sheriff.
That's very good. Parker, don't you go very far. I have to get some more questions from you after I talk to little Lulu.
Okie dokie, Sheriff.
And come on, Terry, let's see them ledgers.
How could you lose her clue?
I don't know. It must have just slipped out. But we know what it said anyway, right? That's the main thing.
We know what it said, but what does it mean?
I'm thinking about it.
And what about the clue our customers found? Queens and flyers and stuff. What's it all about?
I don't know. I'm thinking about that too, okay?
You know something, Stump?
What?
It's kind of funny. Granny Mac had this here table all set up for us when she didn't even plan for us to eat. It's only this thing that has a bowl of flowers on it.
Well, you're right. That is odd.
And the clue said something about the fairest flower.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Do you reckon? Flowers? Look, Will! You did it! You found us a clue!
Oh, weren't nothing. What does it say?
It says, if to my fortune you would be led, proceed not by the foot, but by the head. There is no need to rush about when you can sit and figure it out.
Well, that's easy for her to say.
Well, it might have been, but not anymore.
Stop.
I'm sorry. That was a real tacky thing to say about somebody who died.
Well, you could hardly say about somebody who's still alive. Just think, Stump, we found 3 clues already. Our relations treat us like we're dummies or something, but I bet them hadn't found as many clues as we have.
I bet you're right, Will.
We don't want to lose that one. Hand it here.
All right.
I'll put it where nobody's going to find it, okay?
Okay.
Now it's safe. Granny Mag, just sit down and figure everything out, and we're going to do it.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to the general room to sit down and think about it.
All right.
Whew. Let's see what this here clue says. Let's see. Got to get me some. If you want to make your fortune grow, especially when you're feeling low, look up, look down, look all around. That's how my treasure will be found.
All right, where is it?
Where is what, Noli?
My clue, Ben Parker. You know darn well what. You stole it.
Stole it, Noli? I don't understand.
Oh, yeah, you do. It was safe with me before we exchanged pleasantries in the broom closet, and now it's gone.
Maybe you dropped it on the floor.
Oh, maybe it attached to your grubby little sticky fingers.
I don't understand.
Oh, sure you do.
What's the problem here?
Oh, the problem, Mr. Deputy Dog, is this here thief stole my clue.
She's imagining things, AJ.
I am not imagining it. I found it right there underneath that scotch bottle, taped with scotch tape.
And Where did you have it when Parker allegedly stole it?
Was in my pocket.
Oh, well, right here. But I didn't steal it. I found it on the floor.
Oh, sure you didn't. You stole. You're nothing but a common thief, Ben Parker. That's what you are.
Well, prove it. Sheriff, did you have a look over those books?
I sure did. Come on, I want to talk to you about them.
All right.
What was all the commotion about?
It was Cousin Ollie. She was carrying on like Debbie Parker in a bad mood.
Don't be redundant. I knew Betty Davis herself, and she would just as soon spit at you as look at you. I've got to make a phone call. Oprah? Yeah, I was just thinking about my next appearance on your show, and I thought it would be just fun if we asked a couple other writers to show up. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Stevie King, Johnny Grisham, yeah. And let's see. Oh, I know. Jackie Collins. She knows all the latest dirt in Tinseltown. Uh-huh.
I need to wet your whistle there, Magnolia.
Oh, Maggie, you startled me. Would you like one?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I've only found but one measly little clue. How about you?
Oh, well, I found two. I'm just hoping I can find the courage to get through this horrible, dreadful, evil night.
Oh, don't be such a timid little mouse, Magnolia. Hey, that gives me an idea for the next character. I think I'll do that whenever we serve them their desserts. It should be ready here soon.
Oh, then I shall rest my feet. Oh, well, I have the opportunity. Oh, I'm afraid I'm just not accustomed to this work, this manual labor. Oh, the mind and the soul are my domain. Oh, my purse. I think I'll freshen up.
Oh, what is that stuff?
Well, it's summer breeze. Don't you think it's wonderful?
I think it smells like you rolled in a petunia patch.
Oh, I like it. It's such a gentle, simple, mild aroma. Oh, I think it's nice. I guess my purse will be safe here.
Well, I certainly wouldn't worry about anyone stealing your signature scent.
Oh. You know, I'm surprised the maitre d' let the staff set the paper with a lump in it right here.
What lump?
Right here. If Grandmother had noticed that, she'd had a hissy fit.
Of course she would. It looks like there's something under there, though.
You think so?
Wait.
See, you're right, Maggie. Oh, it's a piece of paper like the ones hidden in salt shaker.
Oh, let me see it. Come on.
It's another verse.
Well, then read it to me.
You want me to share a clue with you? Are you crazy?
Oh, what a question coming from you. Well, now, come on, Magnolia. I saw it first, and I told you where it was.
And I'm forever beholden to you. When I win the money, I'll slip you a 20.
Listen here, little Miss Looney Tunes. You don't have the money yet. And if I win that 100,000, I will remember just how generous you were.
All is fair in love and war.
Oh, what about love and murder?
Focus your powers of concentration to discover a sticky situation. Not one you'll wish you could avoid, but one that will leave you overjoyed. A clue of my very own that no one else has read. Oh, how thrilling. Now, where can I find me a nice, sticky situation?
What's your
It's you.
Hey, Stump.
You stay right where you are, and that includes your grubby fingers. Eddie didn't know nothing about that glue, and I think you've got it. I want it back.
I do not have it.
Well, what do you expect me to do then?
I don't know, Stump. Why don't you look on the floor?
The floor?
Well, you could search me if you allow me to return the favor.
I don't think so. I was looking for Will. Have you seen him?
A Will?
Yeah.
Yeah, I left him back in the pantry.
Fine.
Parker, have you solved the mystery yet?
Oh, no, Sheriff, but I believe I have found a bunch of fascinating clues.
Oh, really? Seen Lulu lately?
Louisiana? No, I haven't seen him.
Oh, Roseanne.
Oh, he's right
you're
here.
Such a funny woman. Tell me another joke.
Nice talk, lady.
You are the rudest man I've ever met. That is the second time you've cut me off.
Well, get over it. I need to talk to you. Come over here.
Can it wait?
No, I got a murder to solve. Parker, you said that when Miss Capote bought the Towering Oaks Hotel 5 years ago, that she sent you a note reserving the penthouse for Lou's exclusive use only.
She did what?
Uh-huh.
And
She wrote me that you've been using.
she wrote me that he would use it for his use exclusively.
I assumed you've been there.
I assumed that he's been there the whole time, Sheriff.
I don't know anything about this. Why, I have never even seen the penthouse suite. I've got a perfectly fine office at home on Mother's estate.
So you know nothing about Miss Capote's orders?
That's correct, Sheriff. Shall I spell it out for you? No. N-O.
Oh, very good, Louisiana. No wonder you became a writer.
Watch it, lawyer lips. And you said you gave the note to Terry?
Yep.
Oh.
Maybe Terry's got it around here somewhere.
Well, maybe I should go to Terry and see if he's got it. And,
Lulu, you got a copy of your mama's?
and Lulu? Oh, yes. Lulu, do you have a copy of your mother's writing?
Well, of course I do, and do not call me Lulu.
Don't get caught up with it. I'm sure you've been called worse.
I can attest to that, Sheriff. I've called him much more creative names as well. You should hear what Cousin Magnolia said just the other day.
Now, don't you bring my nutty nieces into this. Well, one of my nutty nieces
Well,
into this.
you guys just hash it out. I need to go to Terry's office.
He's just frustrated about my hair.
Man? Oh, and Lou.
What are you doing?
I just spoke with the chef, and he says if we don't get the desserts out real quick, they're going to be ruined. And I think we ought to do what he says. He has a maniacal look in his eye and a meat cleaver in his hand.
Well, men, we better get to it right now. Let's go serve the next course.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Well, what about Terry, Sheriff?
Oh, Terry can wait. The customers come first.
I'm sure $100,000 doesn't hurt.
Well, I have had it. Grandmother's clue said look high. Well, I shinnied up all the ladders and checked out all the chandeliers. I didn't find nothing. The clue said look low. Well, I'd gone underneath all them baseboards and all I found was some dead moths, some live termites, and 28 cents. So I'll be needing your help if you don't mind. I don't have enough time left to search this whole place. So if you wouldn't mind looking underneath your tables, I would really, really appreciate it if you'd look under your tables and see if you could see anything. Come on, help me. Help me here. Gotta be something hidden somewhere.
What have we here? Focus your powers of concentration to discover a sticky situation. Not one you will wish you could avoid, but one that will leave you overjoyed. Overjoyed?
All right, where is it?
Where is what, Magnolia?
You know what? My clue, Ben. Where's my clue?
Oh, Magnolia, did you find a clue?
Yes, I found a clue. At least I think I found a clue. You know, sometimes I imagine things that are real. Maybe they're real or not. I'm not sure. Maybe I should take some medication. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I'll leave you to do whatever it is you do.
Oh, that's just what I needed. Huh. Oh, but I'm tired. So tired now. Whew. Oh. I think I'll find some place to rest for a while. Someplace nice and quiet and cozy and comfy. Oh, maybe by the kitchen somewhere. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll find comfort briefly in the arms of Morpheus. In with the green bean.
But Angela, dear, I just was sure you'd be able to solve this in no time at all. Why, Jessica Fletcher would have known where Will was hidden because there was like a floorboard just 1/8 of an inch shorter than the rest. I know you didn't write the episodes, but I thought surely some of your characters' powers of deduction would have rubbed off on you. I mean, you played her for decades and decades and decades and decades. No, I didn't mean it.
Now come on, Maggie, please.
Will, I told you I do not have time to listen.
It won't take but a minute. I read this book about acting, and if you want to get into acting, you got to do an audition.
Audition? Yes, I am well familiar with the process, Will.
Well, if and I win the money, I want to go to the best. It's all I've been dreaming of. I got my piece learned by heart, kinda. I just need you to watch me. Tell me what you think.
Will, do you have any idea what time it is? I've only found one measly little clue. And if I do not find Grandma's 100,000 and fast, I will have no chance at winning this thing. You just go pest to somebody else.
But you're a pro. You're the one I need to give me some pointers. I'll tell you what. I've got a clue that Stump and I found. I promise to tell it, not show anybody, but if you listen to my poem,
Yeah?
it's a dramatic poem.
A
I found it in the library. It's a real good poem.
All right, fine, but you make it fast.
Okay, now I kind of got it memorized, but here we go. Okay, now you sit there. All right. It's got a real funny name like Casablanca, something like that. The boy, he stood on the burning deck, Then all of a sudden he fled. the battle's wreck shone round, over the dead, beautiful, and bright, the storm, a creature of heroic blood, a proud but childlike, a proud form, and then the flames, and then the flames, without his father's word, that father faint. Oh no. In death, his voice grew up. He called aloud, say, Father, that's me. Say what you asked. Say what you asked. That the chieftains, unconscious of his son, or him passed through, shouted, more fires, a lot of fires in this thing. And the gallant child, like banners in the sky, there come a burst of thunder sound. Then the little baby boy, where was he? Ask of the winds. Woo! That far with fragments skewed, the sea, with mast and helm and more fire, for crying out loud. The noblest thing that perished there was a young, faithful heart. He put one arm around his waist, the other around his back, and that's it. What do you think?
Words that would adequately describe your performance have yet to be invented in any language.
Thank you. You really think so?
Oh, may I be struck down by lightning if I'm lying. Now, you hold up to your end of the bargain. Where's the clue?
Okay, Cousin Maggie. Here's the clue.
Wait a second, I want to write it down. I bet she keeps a hand here in a purse somewhere. There we go. I'm ready.
Okay, if to my fortune you would be led, proceed not by the foot, but by the head. There is no need to rush about when you can sit and figure it out. Well, what do you think, Maggie?
Interesting. Very interesting.
Now remember, you promised not to tell Stump now.
Yeah, I won't. You just go on and get out of here.
Okay.
To my fortune, not by the foot, but by the head. And the other clue said something about a queen. I got it. There's a head and a foot on a bed. I bet, Ben Parker said that she'd taken a room for the night. And I bet she hid it in her queen-sized bed. I gotta go find Terry and get him to give me the key. Yeah, I make a pretty good secret detective. Gives me an idea for the next character.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Thanks, Booger.
That was our nation's leader. No one hangs up on Hillary.
Cool your heels a little bit. I got a murder to solve.
Well, are you any closer to solving it?
Well, I don't know. You're looking better and better all the time there, sweet cheeks.
Well, I would never become involved in matricide.
Who said anything about a mattress?
I assume your associate has had a chance to go over the evidence?
Yeah, Booger said that the only good prints that weren't smeared onto Kane were mine and Ben Parker's, and we knew they'd be there. And The only ones he came up with the cart was Miss Woods, and we all saw her touch it.
Well, that's wonderful. Any idea what you're gonna do next?
Well, now, I'm kind of wondering about that penthouse that Miss Capote wrote about, and wondering where it's going. And did you bring a copy of your mother's handwriting?
Well, of course I did, Sheriff. Right here.
Let's see here. Oh, darling boy, if you'll ditch your nutty niece Magnolia and come home, all will be forgiven. Love, Mother.
And you see right there where she wrote Magnolia? That's exactly how she writes her name.
All righty.
Used to, anyway.
Yeah, used to.
Did you get the note from Terry?
Did you get that mysterious note from Terry?
No, that's where I'm heading now. Yeah.
Now, don't let me stop you.
You couldn't stop a gnat from a banana. And you better hope the writing on this here note doesn't match the one on Terry's note. Otherwise, you're going to be in a heap of trouble.
I'm not worried.
Well, somebody should be, 'cause... What in the blue blazes?
Sheriff, it's horrible. It's just horrible. He's dead.
You mean the killer has struck again?
Well, good job, Sherlock. Who's dead?
It's Terry. I found his body in the freezer. He's been murdered.
In the freezer? What just happened?
Settle down, settle
What
down.
happened to him?
Did you tell how he was killed?
I found
Hey,
his body in the freezer.
let me do my job. Can you tell me how he was killed?
Well, I don't know. Somebody bashed in his head, and there were all these little bitty bloody spots all over his face. It was terrible.
All of you,
And nobody even offered me a seat.
all of you said stay put. I'll be right back.
You need a drink, Stone.
Yeah, I need
I
a
could
drink.
use something as well. I feel a bit faint.
My goodness. I noticed y'all didn't drink the drinks I made for you.
They weren't very good, Ben. Here you go, Stone.
Why, thank you. Do you guys
What are
remember?
you doing in the freezer?
I know, Brian. I was just going to tell you.
Oh, sorry.
Do you remember that game that we played when we were little? When you were looking for something and then somebody told you you're getting warmer, you're getting colder, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking for the copy of the will, and so I thought, well, maybe Granny Mad was playing kind of a joke, and she hid it somewhere really cold, right? Like a joke, and also I looked in the freezer.
And that's where you found the body?
Well, yeah, it was dark in there, so I turned on the light, and there was Terry's body lying on the floor right next to the boxes of frozen shrimp.
That's horrible.
I know.
Yes, can you imagine a restaurant in the middle of New Orleans serving frozen shrimp? Oh,
Well, Stump, did you see anything the killer could have used, some kind of weapon?
Well, no, but when I saw that body, I just screamed, and I ran to find the sheriff.
And that was the right thing to do. Oh, we got ourselves an unusually vicious, cruel, mean, maniacal killer running loose in a hotel. And what he did to Terry was unspeakable.
Well, why don't you just tell us about it?
Well, I don't know how, I couldn't have told how he was killed, except for all the holes in his head. They were made by a beak. Yes. Terry was killed by a frozen chicken.
Oh my goodness.
As my friend Agatha Christie might say, it was a murder most foul.
Did you find the murder weapon?
Well, no, I talked to the chef, and he said he had ordered just enough chicken for tonight's meal, and they were all cooked. So what I figured is the murderer thawed the chicken in a microwave and put it in the rest, and then it was served for dinner.
Wait, Sheriff, do you mean?
Yes, one of them ate the evidence.
It would serve you right if it was you.
Oh dear, what should we do now? Sheriff? Cupcake here.
Well, if Cupcake here will let me use his phone, I'll call Booger again and have him come down and pick up the body. Well, I bet he wishes he was paid by mileage today.
Sheriff, you've just got to find this killer. You've just got to find them before they strike again and make sure they get their just deserved.
Have a seat.
But we already had our desserts.
One way or another, I intend to catch me a killer.
Well, one way or another, I intend to catch me a killer. And maybe find that will in the same time. Come on, everybody.
If any of you wish to confess, I'll be your lawyer.
Oh, shut up, Ben. Focus your powers of observation and a sticky situation. If my will could tell, it's not in heaven nor in hell, close to where the spirits dwell.
All right, you lying thief. Give him here.
Give what here, Ben?
You know what? My clues.
Clues?
Yes, the clues I just saw you put behind your back.
Oh, you mean these clues?
Yes, those clues. Give them to me.
Well, no, I think they must have fallen out of your pocket and landed on the floor when we were, you know.
Well, you are a thieving witch, you hear me? And it would serve you right if you were next.
Oh, well, Ben, I am just hurt.
You'll get over it.
No, I already have. Now, if you will excuse me, I need to go find the rest of the clues. I intend on winning grandmother's $100,000. After all, I do still have a Tony caliber performance to give. I'll see you around, sport.
The only way you'll ever get a Tony is if you steal one, you lying witch. I wouldn't put it past her.
Now listen, F.Lee, you've got to get ready to drop everything you've got at me in a moment's notice, because you might need to represent me. Yes, I swear this small-town hick chef, I think he's going to try to pin this on me, pin my mother's murder on me, and possibly the hotel manager, too. No, I didn't do it. But, of course, I didn't do it. Just, you be ready to take care of this as soon as you can. I got the...
Thanks, Lulu. This won't take long.
Don't matter. I'm going to start sending telegrams.
Hello, Marcelite. Yeah, AJ here. Yeah, what'd you find out? Nothing, huh? Not anything. Well, you might as well send that body to Abel Spively, the undertaker. Yeah, he's gonna have a good time with this one and probably take about a pound of putty to fill all them holes. Yeah. Well, that's about all I got for you. What else is going on? Oh, thank you. Hey, Capote, here's your phone.
Oh, my knees hurt. There goes my career as an ice skater. Guess the Winter Olympics are definitely out.
Cousin Noli, I'd appreciate it if you would warn a person if you were going to crawl past the doorway. I hit my funny bone when I tripped over you.
What are you griping about? You nearly kicked in my rib cage.
Well, most people keep their rib cage more than a foot off the floor.
Well, if you don't watch it, Stump, you're going to be 6 feet under.
Do you want to repeat that again in front of the sheriff?
It was just an expression. I didn't mean nothing.
Hey, Stump, Cousin Noli, I've been thinking.
Oh, let's call the National Enquirer. He's thinking.
No, I got a great idea.
Oh, in that case, let's call the New York Times.
This is private, Cousin Noli. Will you excuse us?
Oh, sure. I need time for my Jane Fonda workout anyway.
So what's your idea, Will?
Well, Smiley, that has a gator show, we could borrow his coon hound, Shirley. We could take Shirley up to Granny Mag's room and smell something there, and bring her here to the dining room. Maybe she could sniff out Granny's will.
Why, that's a mighty good idea, Will, but we ain't got time. You know, they're gonna close the dining room soon. Supper is over, and you know, if we don't find it soon, we're gonna be out of luck.
Well, shucks.
Well, you got any more ideas?
It took me an hour to come up with that one.
Well, let's just go have one more look around the kitchen.
I can't believe I found a clue stuck to the bottom of my shoe with a speck of blood. Poor Terry's blood, obviously. The killer must have dropped some when he fled the freezer. Why, it's not a clue at all. It's a note to Ben from Dear Grandmere. Retain the penthouse suite for Louisiana's use. You know, I believe the Sheriff Watkins, was inquiring about this note. Or did I dream it? Oh, no, I'm pretty sure he was trying to locate this. I think I'll take it. Ah!
I'll take that note, Ben Parker. No doubt the handwriting on this note will match yours and not Capote's. You did a good job of trying to put the blame on him, but to no avail. Even to go to trying to choke Miss Woods with Capote's scarf. But I knew I needed to keep an eye on you, and your killing days is over.
You mean Ben's a murderer?
Sure is. Come here. I got some shiny jewelry to put on you.
What's going on in here?
Oh, Magna, it figures. This screaming's got to stop. You're going to give me hives.
I think she had a right to scream this time, Noli.
What's going on? I had a right to scream, right, Sheriff?
Yeah, she had a right to scream. Capote here was trying to strangle him with Capote's scarf.
My scarf? What? You know, I was searching. Oh, thank you so much. I was searching, and I had to get down on my hands and knees to look for a floorboard. It was an 1/8 of an inch too short. I set my scarf on the back of a chair, and I turned up, it was gone.
Yes, something to further implicate you in tonight's murders by this man.
You have got your nerve.
Are you saying Ben killed Granny Mag and Terry?
Guilty as sin. Yeah. And I'm the sheriff to eliminate sin. Except for the fun portion of it.
Well, Ben, what do you have to say about the sheriff's accusations?
Before I say anything, I first would like to find out how you implied me in all of this situation.
Well, I'd like to oblige, counselor. Come this way. Have a seat. Now, you're going to learn about my expertise in deductible reasoning.
A non-deductive reasoning.
That's subtracting, Sheriff.
Okay, let's see here. How did I figure out you were the murderer? Well, it goes something like this, Parker. When Miss Capote was stabbed to death with her cane, the big problem was why? And that was the big question, why? Well, Lulu could have done it for the money, and any of you could have done it out of hatred. But later, the reason why she'd been killed became obvious. It was not for greed, not for spite, but to avoid exposure of another crime. That crime of embezzling. Yeah, I realized that when Terry was brutally attacked with a chicken, whoever took control of the penthouse and by forging the note for Miss Capote was the murderer. Well, I figured that somebody had to get that note back. And which one was it? Was it the son, Lou, or the lawyer, Ben Parker?
Now, what made you figure on me, AJ?
Well, one of you was renting out the penthouse for $1,000 a day, and well, maybe more. And probably to the rich society folks that might not want to be seen at the hotel with their guests, especially if those guests were pretty young gals that didn't look a thing like their wives.
Well, maybe Louisiana was using it for his own use.
Well, yeah, but so Louisiana here seemed to really need that $100,000 that Miss Capote was offering, and to buy that publicity company he was wanting. But if he'd been bringing in $1,000 a day from that hotel suite for 5 years, he'd been rolling in the dough, and Miss Capote's prize would be chicken feed.
Sheriff, I'm impressed. I didn't think you would be capable of deductive reasoning.
Well, I thought about that too, and that's why I looked into Terry's books. And then I realized there's no way Capote had been staying there. Because in all this time, there ain't been but a handful of long-distance calls charged to the penthouse. And little buddy here can't go 10 minutes without calling somebody from New York, Hollywood, or Timbuktu. That left you, Bubba. But accusing and knowing are two different things. So, I gave you a little rope and kept an eye on you and let you hang yourself.
Good job, Sheriff. I didn't think you'd do it, honestly.
Well, am I right, Parker? You might as well admit it. I caught you strangling Miss Woods with Capote's scarf. You're going up the river one way or another.
Well, Sheriff, my experience as a lawyer tells me that if I confess and you have a solid case, that I can make a plea bargain so I don't get the death penalty and get life in prison instead. Yes, I murdered both of them, and I tried to murder the third for all the reasons you implicated.
Get it over with.
Now, I'm just ready to get this over with.
Not so fast. I ain't leaving till somebody finds a copy of Miss Capote's will.
But is there time to search any further? When I ran into the maitre d', he told me we'd have to close up the dining room soon so he could clean.
Well, I have a suggestion. What if we pool all of our clues together and just kind of make one mad dash for it at the very end?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, if I have all the clues, I might be able to solve it.
Ha! Sure you could when pigs fly.
Okay.
How
Better
many
grow some
clues
wings,
have you
Sheriff.
found, Lou?
I found one. It's one that was in the salt shaker.
No big deal. We all have that one. No wonder you're itching to get all of ours.
Do you have any better suggestions, Noli?
No.
Then let's do it.
Well, let's lay them out here on the table.
Now, Ben has a few.
Ha, Parker. Hand them over. Number 1 and number 3.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Let's see here. I'll read this one. If my will could speak, then it would tell that it's not in heaven nor in hell, but I swear it's hidden well, close to where the spirits dwell. And then there's this one. Focus your powers of concentration to discover a sticky situation. Not one you'll wish you could avoid, but one that will leave you overjoyed.
Well, here's mine. If you want to make your fortune grow, especially when you're feeling low, look up, look down, look all around. That's how my treasure will be found. And then another one I got is, if you found this, you're searching still to discover the copy of my will. You must sharpen your powers of detection, but you're looking in the right direction.
Well, any more?
Yeah, mine says, the prize that's offered by the queen to the naked eye cannot be seen. But if you look to the grandest flower, it will lead you to the seat of power.
Well, that's it, folks.
Oh, no.
I got one right here in my pocket here.
I got a copy of it.
What? How'd you get a copy? Will? How does she have a copy?
Let's think more about that later. Let's get going now. You said you wouldn't tell.
No, I lied.
Oh.
If to my fortune you would be led, proceed not by the foot, but by the head. There is no need to rush about when you can sit and figure it out.
All right, folks, that's it. Well, now, you stay put. And the rest of you, let's go for it.
Sheriff, can I have a Dr. Pepper?
Maybe without the doctor in a minute.
I found the will! I found the will!
It's the will. It
What are you
really is
looking
the
for?
will.
I'm looking for some airborne bacon.
Oh.
Oh, Will, I'm so proud of you. How did you find it?
From the clues. I spread them out over the table. Here, this one. Close to where the spirits dwell. Remember Grandpa Slatter, he was always taking a bit of moonshine every now and then, so it's a liquor. So that's what that meant. And then something next to the liquor cart over there.
Then what? What was next?
Well, it says proceed not by the foot, but by the head. There's a foot and a head to a table. So there's Granny Mag will be at the head over near the car.
Darn it, I thought that meant the head of a bed.
Next, I thought about this clue. The prize that's offered by the Queen that has to be Granny Mag. To the naked eye cannot be seen. We figured it'd be hidden. But if you look to the grandest, it will lead you, the grandest flower, it will lead you to the seats of power. At first I thought Grandma's flower. That meant it was the vase. That's where the vase, yeah.
Where you keep flour.
That's where you keep the flower. And then I found another clue, but just now it dawned on me that all the gals here was flowers. Magnolias, Granny Mag. These all flowers.
Nice.
And look here, it says the Queen. And I'll lead you to the seat of power. I figured that's like her throne. That chair would be her throne.
Oh, and I was sitting right beside it all the time.
Oh, just let me give you a couple smacks.
Oh, no. Oh, never mind. My powers of recuperation are remarkable. I feel normal.
It's not recuperation, it's a miracle.
Will you guys hush up? I want to hear the rest of Will's story.
Okay. This clue says, look up, look down, and the one newly found under the table. You're looking in the right direction, so we'll have it under Granny Mag's chair. This clue talks about a sticky situation. So I guess it was here. I was right.
You sure was. Boy, I tell you what, if you ever want to quit fighting wrestling alligators, my department sure can use somebody with your power of deductive reasoning. How would you like to be a deputy?
No, I appreciate the offer, Sheriff, but now I can get my acting lessons. I can become famous.
Hey, I was thinking of giving some private lessons.
Oh, you have $100,000. With that money, you can get lessons from Clark Gable.
Boy, you really have been out of touch. Clark Gable died years ago.
Clark Gable's dead? Oh!
Yes. He died years ago. His last movie was The Misfits with Marilyn Monroe. I think that was her last film, too.
Oh my God, Marilyn Monroe's dead too? Oh, I can't stand it. I want to go back to Cypress Acres and never come out again.
If you really mean that, I will help you raise the money to pay your taxes.
Hey,
Oh, well, you won the 100,000, but Grandmere hinted that she might have bequeathed, remembrances to some of the rest of us.
She wrote her bequests on the final page.
Did she? You're holding a will. Well.
Well, the will.
Come on. Are you expecting him to read it?
Oh, now you stop.
No. Stop.
What is it, Will?
Congratulations to whoever found this. The bear can exchange it for the $100,000. You have passed the first part of my test to discover the name of my heir or heirs. You have until midnight to find the final page of my will, which I've hidden somewhere in the hotel, along with $500,000 in cash.
A final page?
Use of search for clues, which will help you May the best scavenger win.
$500
Magnolia.
million?
Capote.
Wow, good job, Will.
Till midnight?
Till midnight?
Well, that's...